Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So, what is going on, creatives? Let's start today's training. All right. Um, David, I see you. All right. So let's start today's training. And I'm sorry I did not hit the live button on time, and apologies for that. Right. Okay. So let's start. Okay, so for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Ekeade Adetunji. I'm the founder of Ceasar Graphics and Ceasar Graphics Academy. All right, so I do this weekly design training for creatives. So today, I have a design I'm going to critique today because what I ask designers to do is to send their design in for me to critique and share what is working on the design and what is not working on the design. So today I have a design that I'm going to critique, and I'm sure you guys are going to learn from this live training. And let's start. All right. So I have the design right here, and I'm going to quickly show you guys. So yeah, so this is the design I'm going to critique and work on today. And I'm going to quickly share what is not working here. All right. First, the composition is dull. And why the composition is dull is because of the way the designer played with the element in terms of the fonts, the layout, yeah, the placing of the text, the way he played with the image, and the lack of not using perspective the right way. Now, when I say perspective the right way, I'm referring to how he placed this image here. Right now, this road vector here looks like is on a flat surface, and here it looks as if something is affecting this box here, all right, to balance, all right. And when you don't place images the right way in your design project, or you don't focus on the angle of the camera, all right, you don't use the angle of the camera to place your image, you are going to achieve, or you're going to end up doing a dull design layout. Okay, then the other thing I think he did not do well here again is the combining of vector with a bitmap image. Now, there's nothing wrong combining vector with bitmap image, but we mostly use this to create contrast. When you place it in a way that it looks as if, okay, you're combining a bitmap image with a vector image, and you make the vector image so big to the point where it's really showing like it's a vector image, you're going to make the project look boring. There are ways to do this, all right, and that's where your creativity comes in. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I'm going to combine vector with bitmap image here and make the project look real, because there's this part of using vector to make your design project look successful. So I think that's another thing that this designer did not do well here. And the last thing I'm going to say here is the use of dull images. Dull images, guys, is not good for graphic design. Please, the use of dull images is not good. Do your best to get high quality images. The one of the secrets to making your project look attractive to the viewers is when you use good quality images. When your image is dull, trust me, it's not going to make the project look successful. Even if you use the best layout, it's not going to make the project look successful. But there are times where you can use dull images. You only do this if the information on the project calls for it. But if the information on the project never calls for dull images, please avoid the use of dull images. Now, before I get to the recreating this, I want to quickly share these simple tricks with you. In fact, this I call it expo, right? It's a secret, okay? And I'm sure you hardly hear this on the internet. All right, yeah. Now, see, guys, if you really want to surprise your audience or you want to surprise your clients, all right, work on creating a project that posts a question that the viewers and the audience must answer. All right. Or let me just say, try to create suspects. And how we create suspects in graphic design is through creating a scene. When I say creating a scene, I'm referring to arranging your elements like you're trying to create a picture. Don't arrange your elements like, okay, you just have this flat screen look in front of you and you're arranging the elements on it. No, arrange the elements like the way things appear to you in real world. All right, arrange it in a way that you know, like you're looking at a window. All right, you're looking at a three-dimensional window where, you know, big things are closer to you than small elements are far from you. Then the other thing you also need to work on is please perspective, which is another thing I noticed this designer did not do well. So because I mentioned perspective here, I'll do my best to use to create this in a way that you guys will understand what I'm talking about when I mention perspective or when I say perspective. All right. Now, let's quickly go straight to the recreating of this. So I already created my document here, and the frame size I have here is 1000 by 1000. And I'm going to quickly explain what inspired the layout I'm going to do today. So this project is for a logistic brand, and their focus is to deliver items or packages to people in a country. All right, and I can see here that these two states that we have on this artwork here are based in Nigeria. So what I'm going to do now is to create a project that quickly pass the message to the audience and you know, make the whole composition look interesting. So the first thing I'm going to do, or what I already did, is I got a vector image of the Nigerian map. I think I have it somewhere here. Yeah, this is it here. So this is the image I'm going to use to you know, achieve this project here. So but right now the value of the black we have here is too bright, so I'm going to make this black. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the channels tab and I'll make a copy of the red channel. Then I'm going to activate levels and make this dark because I plan to take this out from you know, from this document here. So then I'm going to hold down, I'm going to hit Ctrl I to reverse, you know, the layer or invert the layer. All right, and I'm going to hold on Ctrl and click on the thumbnail of the red copy channel, and I'll go to the layer tab here. I'm going to create a new layer, and I'm going to fill this layer with the black color that I have here on my foreground. So the shortcut for doing that is Alt Backspace. Now, guys, there's something I need you to do for me before I continue. Please do me a favor, guys. Share this live meeting with designers. And if you have not subscribed, kindly hit the subscribe button. All right. So people can, so you can get notified when I post or when I'm live. All right. On YouTube. But please, let's work together to help other creatives. Share this video with them. Share this live training with them. And if you're not watching me live, please share the link to this video with other creatives. Okay. So I'm going to hit Ctrl D to take away the marquee. Then I'm going to drag this. Okay, don't let us drag it yet. So what I'm going to do now is I already have this GPS vector that I saved here. All right, this is it here. All right, then I'm gonna drag this and drop right. I think, where is it? Here. Boom. All right. Then I'll hold on Alt and clip this inside the image. All right. So next is to, let's see if we can scale this down. I'm gonna activate the free transform and hit Control T. Yeah, move this here, move this here, like that. All right. Yeah. So when people see this, they know, okay, there's some, this is going to make them know that, okay, there's the part of moving from one location to the other, and that's the reason why I decided to use the GPS. All right, so I'm going to hold on Control and select the second layer, right click and say convert to smart objects. All right, then I already have this cardboard image here, cardboard box image, which is similar to the image that the designer used. So I'm going to drag this and drop. Let's drag and drop to a document here. Boom. So I'm going to right click and say convert to smart object, activate the free transform. So why I'm converting to a smart object is because I don't want to lose the quality of the image. So I'm going to scale this down. All right. I'm going to scale this down and I'm going to position this somewhere here. Let's still make it go down a bit. Still looking too big. All right. So I'll position this somewhere here and make this bigger like that. Now, I'm going to make the box this big. All right. Because I want people to really see this tape on it. And the idea behind this tape is to make people know that this is a delivery box. All right. If I don't make the tape visible, the message is not going to, be clear. It's not going to be that clear. So I'm going to move this here now. But the way it is now is the message. The message is still not balanced because, there are different reasons why people use the cardboard box. All right, people use it for packing their, loads from one location to another. But for the purpose of this project, all right, the goal is to create this logistic, to give the project this logistic feel. So how I'm going to do that is to now bring in the map with the GPS vector. And I have that, I think I have that. Where do I have it? I think this is it. Okay. Yeah, this is it. So I'm going to drag this and drop here and paste this, place this here, not paste. So what I'm going to do now is to make this look like a sticker. All right. I'm going to make this look like a sticker and I'm going to place this on the box. So to really make this look like a sticker, I'm going to do two things. The first thing I'm going to do is to add stroke. All right. Remember, I said something at the beginning of this training that one of the ways you can surprise your viewers is to create a design that poses the question that the viewers and the client must answer. So I'm going to do that now by first, I'm going to add stroke to this now, and I'll change this from gradient to color and change this to white. And I'm going to make my stroke this big like that. Okay. So I want this to look like a sticker and I'm going to select the OK button. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to go to my exercise files here. All right. I always like to save all this paper, image. So I'm going to select one of them and I'll use this. So I'll drag this and drop here. Then I'm going to hold on Alt and clip this inside the map. Then I'll change. All right, before we even do that, there's something I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to convert this to a smart object again. So I'll right click and say convert to smart object. Why? Because if I clip the paper inside the map of Nigeria here, it's not going to affect the stroke. And I want this to affect both the stroke and the GPS vector. So I'll change my blend mode here to multiply. Now you see we have this paper, effect here on the map of Nigeria, but right now it's looking too dark. So what I'll do is let's move this out so we can see what we're doing. So I'll move this here. Then on the paper, I'm going to right click and say rasterize and hit Ctrl L on the layer. So then I'm going to move this out like that. Now, please, this effect here is not going to look nice if the shadow part of the image is off. All right. So make sure you do this in a way that you're not going to lose the shadow, part of the image. So I'll move this to somewhere here, and this is good. So I'm going to select the OK button. Then I'm still going to convert this to a smart object again. All right. Then I'm going to I'm going to hit Ctrl T to activate the free transform and scale this down and position this here. Now, this is where perspective now come in. I was talking about perspective the other time, and this is what I'm talking about. So I need to make sure that, I place this in a way that, yes, when people see it, they think is part of the, the scene. All right. And how we're going to do that right is through the use of perspective. So I'm going to right click and select perspective here, and I'll move this up like that, and move this down and push this down. Right click again and select scale, and this can go up, this can come down. I'll right click and say scale,